Hi everyone! Today I wanted to do a something a little different. I wanted to do a tray, and what I've got in here, let me just quickly show you so you understand, is I've got 4 coasters that were left over from another project, and I was going to do a top coat, so you can see I've sanded it down in preparation. That's why these are matte, and these 2 are just going spare. And I had this square mold, but you can easily use silicone cork and just kind of draw around, trace your line around with a silicone cork and create a square shape just like this. And I managed to get these 4 to fit in quite snugly, and I thought I would add these gold stones inside. And if you don't have any of these, I'll show you how I made them. I took basically some glass beads, and I think these are from IKEA. And I took some glass beads, and you can see that they're shards of glass. And what I've done is I've put them in a cup with some brass alcohol ink. So you shake it up, put some inside, toss them around, and let them dry. And you get these little gold nuggets, little tiny gold nuggets. And I've just kind of put them all around here just by eye, flattening them down. It's got quite a height to it, so I'm not too worried about it coming up to the top and little bits sticking out. And it's quite simple. What I'm going to do is just pour a clear coat inside. But I do have another option, because I've got this lovely little crystal that I made, one of these little mini crystals, you can see. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't place it like that. I'm just wondering. I just think it will look cute. It might be going over the top, so what I will do is I will do half of this coat, so I'll sort of do it 3/4 of the way up. And then, before I do the last coat, I'll decide. And then at that moment I can place my crystal in. I am planning on putting little feet on the sides, and you've probably already seen that at the beginning of the video, because I usually show you a little clip at the beginning of the video, and these are them. And I just found them in my local DIY shop. I was just floating around the shop getting other bits of material, and I came across a box like this. It comes with lots of different colours, but obviously this is something I found. You might want to look on the internet, see if you can't find any. If not, you can use something else, another type of foot. And there's loads, actually they sell quite a lot of different types of feet off the internet, but I've never dared to order any because they usually come from quite far away and I didn't want to take the risk. But these I was lucky enough to find in my local DIY shop, so I'll be using those. Okay, so that's all mixed up now. Just some little bit in there, let me get that out. That can go on the side. And then I'm simply going to pour this all over the top. Make sure I get into the corners so that there are not too many air bubbles. I'm just going to make sure there aren't any stones sticking up too much, if I can possibly push them all down. So this is now 3/4 of the way full. If you wanted to go right up to the top and not bother with 2 coats, you could. I just am not quite sure if quite a thick layer of resin will be justified all in one go. I don't want to take the risk, and also sometimes when it dries I might change my mind about something. I may want to add something. So I'd rather be patient and take it slow and do it in 2 parts. So I'm going to try this trick. Inside this bottle, it's a spray bottle, there is a pure 99% isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to see if this gets rid of the bubbles. Now I don't know if that's too much to spray, but I've read all over the place that will get rid of the bubbles without having to use a torch. It looks good. 1 or 2 big bubbles that haven't gone. But since I'm doing a top coat, another coat on top, I might not worry too much about that, because I may be able to hide it afterwards. So I'll let this cure for a full 24 hours and we'll be back for the second half. Okay, so it's the next day and this has been cured for 24 hours now and it doesn't look too bad. There are still a few bubbles. I suppose that trick with the alcohol didn't work so well. There's a couple there. But as I said, I'm going to cover it anyway. So there's this discussion about whether I put this in the middle or not. So I had a little chat with my daughter, Anais. And Anais said to me, Mum, I think you should do it. She said, I think it looks nice in the middle. So for my little girl, I will abide by her wishes and I will include it into my tray. So I've mixed some premium heat resist. I've done it for 3 minutes. I've mixed, I think I've got quite a lot there, but you probably don't need this much. And 3 minutes. And now I'm going to just pour straight on. And I really do want it to go right to the top. So I'll pour quite a lot on. I'll stop there and see how that goes. Because sometimes you may put it inside thinking it's not enough and then it will overflow. So let's just give it a couple of seconds to level out. And you can push it along with your stick or you can tilt it and make sure it goes corner to corner as well so that there's no air pockets and no bubbles in the corners. You could use a stick as well if you wanted to be extra careful, extra sure. So I'll put my crystal in a minute. It's not quite to the top, so I'm going to keep going. See over here, I wonder if my table is level, because on this side it is up to the top and on that side it's not. Oh, that looks a little better. Right, let's keep going. Just in the middle. And then that should do. So I'll blow out the bubbles. I'm going to use a torch, but I'm going to use it from afar. I'm going to give it one little torch. And I've got my window open above my head. I have one of those Velux windows because I'm in the loft. Got my mask on. I'm going to zap it again. And then let's put the crystal in. Have I hit it centre? That looks quite centred. Okay, well, we'll leave that to dry and we'll be back. Okay, so this is the next day and let's demold it. Now this hasn't fully cured, and with quite a lot of resins, as I've said in the past, you really do have to wait more than the allotted time. And my plan was to use these little edges and sort of do that to it and make little feet. It sticks out a little bit from the top, but well, that doesn't look too bad. In this particular case, because it's kind of transparent, if I drill through, you might be able to see the screws through it. So I'm going to glue this one. So I'm just going to use some glue. I'm going to place it on the top there, all the way around. And then that's upside down, so, and then sort of just leave it there. If I'm worried that it might not stay in place, I can always just tape it across. Here's a close-up of it, finished, and I just think it looks really cute. I actually did not finish the sides. I thought it looked really cute with that transparency. I think it's a little different, and it doesn't need any gilding on the edge. And well, I hope you like the crystal in the middle. That's thanks to my daughter. I think it looks really great, and it's also useful to carry. You can just, well, I'm using one hand, but you can carry it around with you, and you can actually put cups on. For example, you can put one there. You could even put 4 of them at the same time and just present it in the middle. Or how about 2 of those and some little cakes when you have some friends around. So I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial. I hope you've learned something. I wish you all a great week. Keep safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!